So I've been on this singleness journey, doing singleness and celibacy. We're 2 months in now. I'm very proud of myself. But I've been sitting here thinking, like, why was this so hard for me to do before? And I think we really need to have a conversation about reframing the way that we speak about relationships and how we move on and leave relationships. So many times when I'm going through a breakup, and this is something that we tell women as a way to be encouraging, but I really believe that it reinforces a limiting belief that your happiness is tied to your eventual or inevitable partnership. And that's just not the case. We tell women whenever we're leaving a relationship that, all right, well, don't worry about it. There's going to be somebody that'll treat you better. One day you're going to meet your person, or, this won't all be for nothing. One day you're going to find a man that swoops you off your feet. And it ties your ability to leave to the potential of ending up with somebody else. And that's not the way that we should frame it. You may not find somebody for 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years. What if you don't end up married? What if that person doesn't come sweep you off your feet? Does that mean that you should stay chasing connections that don't fulfill you? Does that mean that you should stay in relationships that are toxic, that are unhealthy? Should you stay with a partner that's cheating? Or should you simply just stay with a partner that's just not meeting your needs or standards? If there is nothing on the other side of that is another partnership, I really think we need to have a conversation about that. Because we keep making your ultimate happiness contingent upon ending up chosen, married, partnered, being a mother, whatever. And that kind of sets you up to something that's not in your control. It is not in your control as a woman how a man will or won't treat you. All you can do is have strong boundaries, have self-respect, have self-love, have self-accountability and self-trust. That's all you can ultimately do. And you can have all of that, look like Beyonce, have a stellar career, have a beautiful house, drive a wonderful car, have great friends, and a man may or may not treat you how you want to be treated. But tying the ability to leave toxic situations to the ultimate resolution, which is finding another relationship that's going to come in and give you this love that you need, I think it sets you up for failure. It puts women in this perpetual desperation and seeking of love that is not from within. And it's like, you can have the love and the validation that you want. You can have it on your own. It's not tied to your eventual husband. And when we start talking to women that way and say, hey, you don't have to be here with this man, or hey, it's safe to leave this relationship, whether you have something lined up or not, whether you end up getting married to the next dude you date or not, it is still okay to protect yourself. It is still okay to not put yourself in dangerous situations. It was so easy for me to get out of one emotionally abusive relationship to go right into a very toxic, volatile relationship, because initially the guy was treating me better than the last guy. So that means I need to move on. It's like, it doesn't matter how better or whatever somebody treats you if you don't have a full grasp on self-love and, most importantly, self-preservation. The ability to protect yourself. If you don't have that on lock, then leaving to another relationship is just going to keep putting you in the same situations over and over again. I just want women to know, like, y'all, it's okay. If you don't end up married, if you don't end up with a boyfriend, if you don't end up dating for a while, whether that's for a month, a year, 2 years, or for the rest of your life, you are not doomed to a life of misery. You are not doomed to a life of unhappiness. You are not doomed to a life of unfulfillment. You can still be happy, fulfilled, protected, covered, enjoy your life, and not have that tied to you being a wife and a mother. You can have a very full life without all of that. Long video, but I just had to get that off my chest. We need to reframe these conversations.